Courtney Conlogue, second in the big discussion of the world title race. She takes on Nikki Van Dijk and Bronte Macaulay. Good afternoon from sea breezy Hossegor here. My name's Giggs alongside Ross Williams. No complications there for Tyler Wright as she navigates her way through that first round. Now picking up on the action from Cape Woolamai on Phillip Island, way down south of Melbourne, is that figure of young Nikki Van Dijk, hitting some performance at Trestles for a semi-final there, Ross. So good surfing at the Swatch Women's Pro for Nikki Van Dijk. Sees her hovering just outside the top 10 on the Jeep leaderboard, dropping the ball for an early exit. So we'll see how Nikki Van Dijk contends with the second to last stop. And well, this lady, big rooftop float, Courtney Conlogue out of Costa Mesa, California, in the world title discussion, continually on the hunt, looking to take it all the way through to a final finish. All the while, the subplot has been the building and building of momentum of both Tyler Wright and Courtney Conlogue. Nikki Van Dijk, high work rate. That's a beautiful squared up turn, deep combination again, and this is going to be a solid number. Nikki Van Dijk brings it to the table here. The judges will respond positively, no doubt. As you see, the first 5.5 for the opening rider, Van Dijk, now appear top left of screen. Judges owe her a solid number for that second one, Ross.
Well, much like Sage Eriksson, Nikki Van Dijk, she's found a lot of confidence in recent times here on tour, and she's starting to compete with a lot of gusto. And, you know, she's displaying it right there. Those two maneuvers, you know, she could have shied away from that section, but instead she delivered two swift snaps right in the pocket. So committed surfing from Nikki, and not only that, finishing on her feet.
We called that excellent score. It's in.
Wow. Okay, you saw her right there. Jumped off the back of the ski, Giggs, and that's going to feel nice. You know, she heard that. She was within earshot. So what a way to get back into the lineup. A free ride out, and the judges saying, hey, nice surfing. Here's an 8.5. So she's got a lot of pep in her step.
Well, there are two Australians in this heat. One of them is this lady here, Bronte Macaulay, as she goes for her approach to the right-hander. Big section. Bronte, are you there? No. Incomplete. If she had stitched that together, Ross, we would have seen another big number as we already just coming off the momentum of that 8.5 of Nikki Van Dijk.
He never handed heats to you. He knew he was going to deliver consistent surfing.
Now, Courtney Conlogue, quick snap, and it's a very tight angle, and she's unleashing, she's getting angry with this. Courtney will just bring a series of blasts to the pocket there. Courtney Conlogue showing a lot of power and aggression on her second ride of this round one encounter.
On those backside snaps, and the judges are going to eat it up. So this is a great answer for Nikki's 8.5. This one a little better right there, getting that tail to slide out. So Courtney, she's pushing so hard on that tail with all that aggression we talked about that she actually got that tail to slide. So not only did she commit to, you know, a pretty solid section of the wave, but she added some progression there, Giggs.
Well, as we wait for that score to simmer for Courtney Conlogue, once the action's finished today, go back on the World Surf League's website to the Heat Analyzer and see if you can find that perfect 10 of Courtney Conlogue from last week in Cascais. She's producing some of the most sparky surfing on tour. And now let's follow Nikki Van Dijk, already establishing an excellent 8.5. Here she goes, attacking again. Almost carbon copy of that 8.5 to start. Second turn, third big opportunity. A little bit of a skid on that last maneuver, but it's going to be a good number nonetheless, as Van Dijk will roll it all the way through to the inside section.
On one of those tail slides, so they kept that score in check. This is kind of familiar with the 8.5, really. I love that second snap. She really connected nicely with that lip, and then she finished on her feet. You know, that was a tricky section, that third hit. I didn't mind it. I thought the surfing was up there. You know, she kept her flow up and really projected down the line.
All right, so joining Bronte Macaulay now. As we move inside the second third of the heat. Bronte with a little bit of a sleepy right-hander, even though it is low tide conditions here in Hossegor. This wave been a little bit fat. Now change of direction, inside section. She'll sweep it and will fall apart for Macaulay on the inside section. Meanwhile, a 7.6 has joined the scoreboard for Van Dijk, and it's a good set of numbers to be way out front.
There you go. Courtney Conlogue needs a 9.27. That's big. So, you know, she's not, technically she's not comboed. She doesn't need 2 brand new scores, but Courtney is not going to be looking for a 9.27. She's going to want to chip away at that score. So that 6.83, that's pretty crazy, because she's thinking, oh, this is a keeper. Not anymore. You know, Nikki's really pushed the envelope with 2 amazing scores.
So Courtney Conlogue feeling a retaliation now to Nikki Van Dijk. Will go the same approach. Big square turn, ripping into it. Courtney Conlogue says, here, Nikki, have these. I'll show you what to do with it. An 8.5 and a 7.6 for Van Dijk. Well, here's my offering.
I love that, Giggs. She did, and she kind of competes that way. She's definitely not bashful. She's not shy. She's not afraid to make some statements, which is very rare on a women's tour. You know, she's vocal now here on tour.
And for Courtney, it's not an egotistical jibe. It's a genuine confidence. She's spilling over. She's done so much preparation. How about these power snaps?
Well, I really liked it. A little unfortunate for Courtney that wave sizzled at the end. You know, it would have been nice for her to finish with a closeout re-entry. Instead, she kind of had to kick out into flat water. But she threw a lot of spray on those 2 maneuvers, and the judges will love that. So there's a great chance, and there it is, Giggs. She's improved her scoreline.
7.5 now arrives for Courtney Conlogue. Nice comparison there. We were already almost talking it through live, and it's a very close comparison between Van Dijk 7.6, Courtney Conlogue 7.5.
All right, but we've got Courtney Conlogue in the water. Of course, you look at the scores right now. Fellow teammate on Rip Curl, Nikki Van Dijk, has been putting it together and has got the lead in this heat.
Yeah, look at the confidence. She's really attacking the lip, blowing tail. Just look at the buckets. I mean, that was just a huge amount of spray for a little girl. I mean, she's so tiny, but yet she's just ripping. I mean, and then Courtney looks like she's just pissed. I mean, look at how hard she's turning into the lip, throwing spray. She really is kind of up against the wall right now. She's kind of really looking for a bigger score than she's getting. She needs an 8.6 out in the water right now, but Nikki with a huge 8.5 and a 7.6. I mean, she's surfing so well, coming down into the corner, banging away, and just finishing on the inside. Look at her, just feeling the flow right there. So teammate maybe helping out the other teammate.
Well, Courtney's going to need an 8.6 here at the end of the heat. She's been looking so aggressive in her approach in this heat, but just hasn't quite found that wave yet.
Love this world title race. Thanks for the heat recap, guys. And we'll see how Courtney Conlogue can get to work to find the 8.6. Deep and steep from Courtney Conlogue. She'll come unstuck with a little over 7 minutes to go. Van Dijk, no shame in taking it to Courtney Conlogue here, Ross.
No, and, you know, we talked about that confidence. It seems like she's garnered from that great result at lowers. You know, just a few weeks ago, she got a 3rd over there. So there's just a little more magic, a little more spark. You can see that extra speed coming off Nikki Van Dijk right there.
The second to last stop on tour for the ladies. So loving what the script unfolds. Courtney Conlogue on screen now. Big section, board speed. You start wondering what she's got up her sleeve. Now that will become a big incomplete, and a wet squib would be the best description for that. We'll see how that fares out with her annual average as we constantly recalculate the performances of surfers stop by stop. But right now it's 15 seconds to go, and Courtney Conlogue is going to be staring at the fact that she's going to be dealing with round 2 here in France. Van Dijk just inside the horn. Will roll towards the beach.
Well, Courtney, she's going to have to get work done in round 2. She earned it, though, didn't she, Giggs?
Well,
have 2 if you want.
Courtney Conlogue will be in the second round, and it is that crucial guillotine dropping round of elimination. Nikki Van Dijk moves through to round 3 of the Roxy Pro France.